What's up, folks? How's it going? So, over the tubes, over the last couple of days, been some discussion about the great debate, the God debate, whether it's important or not, whether it's needed anymore, whether everything's been said, whatever, whether anybody cares, if anyone cares. And I've said this before, as far as the personal debate between you and some Christian, that whole exercise is futile, okay? Unless you're doing it for your own enjoyment, you're not going to change anybody's mind like that. But the larger debate is, of course, clear and present, and anyone who thinks that's not an issue can kindly step aside, because you're not helping. All right? Now, there's some problems that come along with atheism itself, okay? This is part of the problem here. The great thing about atheism is that, of course, it is a lack of a belief in a God, and therefore has no rules, regulations, stated goals, aims, moral statements, any of that kind of shit. Which means that atheists are coming from all walks of life, all different sort of political positions, all races, all creeds, all nationalities. We have tons of different opinions here. There has to be some divides made, because I think it's a mistake of some people that are trying to neuter the debate. Okay, they're trying to bring as many atheists into the fold as possible, trying to bring atheists as close together as possible, and sacrificing some of their opinions to make way for that. And I think that's a bad idea. There has to be a divide made between the atheists who care and the atheists who don't care. Okay? And now this is my personal opinion, not talking for anyone else. The atheists who don't care can kindly go fuck themselves. You are cowards, you and the agnostics as well. You are cowards, you're fence sitters, trash, scum. Sorry, is that too strong of a word? You would probably have been better off staying with the Christians. I don't want you anywhere near me, and don't worry, I'm not speaking for you or your interests, because your interests are not my interests. Now, we come to the issue of what is the debate? What is the issue at hand? And I think there's been a move by a lot of atheists. The majority of atheists are liberal, and it's a move by these liberal atheists to change the debate. They've somehow turned the debate into whether or not fundamentalism or militarism is okay. Okay? That's not the debate. The debate is whether or not we're going to continue to allow fucking fairy tales to run our lives. That's the debate. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. And there's a move by people to say that it is contradictory, that somehow to be a fundamentalist atheist or to be a militant atheist is a contradiction of terms. It's not. Okay? Because atheism doesn't make any statements about politics, about how goals are going to be met. Okay? Anyone who tells you that to be a militant atheist or to be a fundamental atheist is a contradiction in terms is lying to you. These are people who are using atheism for their own separate political ideologies. They're trying to get atheists into their political movement. Okay? They're trying to convince you that you, are tricking yourself. Okay? And you can see this in the way that certain anarchists tried to recruit atheists, the ways that they talked to them, using atheism as a means to collect more recruits for their particular liberal political movement. Okay? And, these people are lying. Okay? The debate is not over fundamentalism. And the hour is way too late, okay? Way too late for us to be discussing whether or not it's okay to be harsh on these people, whether or not being aggressive is all right. These people, the fundamentalists who run the religion, who are the mouthpieces for the religion, and who speak the policies of the religion. These people want you dead. Okay, you, the atheist, they want you to die. And you, the liberal, as well, most likely. And if not directly, not saying that they all want to see you shot in the head, though a fair number of them, I'd be willing to bet, do, they want you to die indirectly. Because these people are yearning for Armageddon. The Jews, the Muslims, the Christians, probably a bunch of the Hindus as well, yearning for the death of everyone, for the world to go up in flames. These people are not impressed by pacifism. They're not impressed by turning the other cheek. They're not impressed with you taking on the best attributes of their own religion, because they are better at politics, they're better at life than you are. They're better at understanding how people work. And they're better at getting what they want. Okay? Being a pacifist, being staunchly liberal in your politics, not in your social thinking, because I'm very liberal in my social thinking as far as people's freedoms, all right? But as far as politics goes, being liberal, being a pacifist isn't going to help you. All that's going to get you is a martyr. And we don't need martyrs. Martyrs don't help, okay? Martin Luther King getting himself martyred helped no one in his movement. That did not help the blacks. If any, I'd be fair to say that that hurt the blacks. And if you go up against these religious people, these fundamentalist religious people, with peace and love and harmony, they're going to steamroll you. They're going to crush you. They're not going to listen. They don't have to. They have the numbers. All right? Now, the atheists who don't care, or the atheists who are anti-theism, anti-theism, interesting. It seems to be that a lot of them are pushing the agenda that religious people and not religious people can coexist peacefully. And that is wrong. That is a lie. That is a non-truth. Okay? Because when religious people and non-religious people are living together peacefully, what that means is that the religious people are running your fucking life. Okay? You know, people who look at the world based on facts, okay, and people who look at the world based on fairy tales cannot coexist forever, okay? And these people, like I said, want to see the world go up in flames, okay? And they are becoming increasingly fundamentalist, especially in the United States. Even though we've seen the number of atheists rise, I think that I have noticed an increased fundamentalism in the Christians that remain. And a lot of that is in response to how many more atheists there are. Okay? And these people are, you know, the world is appearing to be a darker and darker place to them, and they want the world to end, and they will do what they feel they have to do to see the world end. Whether their God comes back or not, a lot of us are going to die if their plans are fulfilled, and you're not going to stop them with pacifism and liberal politics. Okay? So, again, just to sum this shit up, there has to be a divide between those who don't care and those who do care, and those who don't care can kindly step out of the debate. Thank you. There has to be an understanding that the debate is not over whether one, political approach is better. The debate is whether or not religion is going to be allowed to run our lives. Anyone who says otherwise is lying to you. And the people who are trying to convince you that to be a strong atheist, that to be a determined atheist is a contradiction of terms, they're lying to you, and they are using that to promote their own politics. And I am sorry to say, and I sound like a fucking broken record, I'm sorry to say that politics that they're pushing on you is liberal. It is far leftist, and it is not in your benefit if you want to see religion disappear from your life or from your children's lives or somewhere along the line. That's not going to help you. Okay. Now is not a time for us to be compromising our beliefs on this issue. All right? Because the Christians and the Muslims and the Jews are not compromising their positions. They're not sitting around discussing how best they can get along with us. That's not what they're discussing. So, I don't know. Keep that shit in mind. I'll talk to you folks later.